But basically those costs are fixed, so as your revenue goes, so does your profit, and that's nice when you're doing...
Yeah, that's what I would shoot for. Any other business ideas that I've looked at, if I see a smaller profit margin, I just, like, that doesn't appeal to me. Well, when you have a pretty face, you can charge at least...
What are good profit margins for you? Or
how does
or
a
what
business
is
know that they've got good profit margins?
Yeah. What about good profit margins? I mean, how does somebody determine this is the ideal margin? Mm-hmm. Obviously, any higher would be.
Yeah. Well, I had to kind of learn this on my own too. Really, when you look at the profit margins of a restaurant and you think they've got the cost of the food that they can get at a supermarket or wholesale, the default rule is you charge 4 times that amount so that you can have enough profit left. And the profit margins, my understanding is pretty thin, mm-hmm. even when they charge 4 times, but they got to pay for the building, they got to pay utilities, they've got to pay their workers, their employees, the furniture, the
sure
dishwashers. And so the profit margins are really, really thin. When you have a service like we've talked about where you're selling an outcome, you can actually have a much bigger profit margin.
Certainly.
In my business, I do have a big team. I've got, 40 plus people on my team. And, I've got gear and equipment from the cameras and the lighting. I've got this house. I've got the house in Florida.
So there's hard costs.
There are.
Yeah.
There are costs.
Yeah.
Obviously, to pay for the time. But I've got a pretty decent margin built in, so that as I've gotten more and more clients, once those initial costs are covered,
correct.
Then as the company's continued to grow, I've had as revenues increased, profits actually increased more. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because those are fixed costs. Really, you've already bought all the capital expenditures, all of your equipment, everything else. I mean, there might be some flexibility in what you're paying your people through the years that they'll be, but basically those costs are fixed. Mm-hmm. So as your revenue goes, so does your profit, and that's nice when you're doing something that's hard to put a hard cost on.
My recommendation is, I would say shoot for a minimum of 50% profit. Like if you've got this is what you sell, these are what your costs are, can you have a 50% or higher profit margin? That's what I would shoot for. Any other business ideas that I've looked at, if I see a smaller profit margin, I just that doesn't appeal to me. All this work and effort for that little piece, unless you can scale it. Because I deal in kind of low volume, mm-hmm. but high price point services. If I were to start selling, let's just say I sold books, right? And my printing cost is here, and I sold it for here, and profit margin is going to be a lot. I just have to sell millions of them in order to.
Right.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I know how to.
That's what Walmart does. It's volume sales, right? I mean, their margins on each item are thin or in the hole, but they sell so many.
And then a competitor comes out and you've got to lower it and shrink your margin down more and more.
The stress in my stomach just thinking about competition like that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a businessman, I'm just a pretty face.
Yeah, but ideally, if you can create a service that you're going to sell, definitely. I mean, look at this.
I'm just an old pretty face. Anyway, you were saying?
Well, when you have a pretty face, you can charge at least a 50% profit margin.
Why not? I'll be billing you more today.
Well, I have a gift for you. I want to introduce you to my book here. It's A Hero's Guide to Influence on YouTube. Now, I put 2 years of work into creating this book and packing all of my strategy into it. All the dozens of channels that I produce, I took you behind the scenes and created a full color book to teach you that strategy so that you can get the same results as well. And I want to give this to you for free. You just have to cover my costs, okay? So if you go to natesyoutubebook.com and you just cover the cost and the shipping cost to get that to you, then that's my gift to you.